the right things on the right side and wrong things on the wrong side.
Cosine equals 87 divided by 105, the square root of 105.
I mean, I can't always be their little girl.
The Acosta family, Michaela, Carlos, and their 3-year-old daughter, Clarissa. They're expecting a baby. By observing this yet-to-be-born child over the first year of life, we will see the miracle of normal growth and development.
I like to build things. I like to garden, plant. I feel real good knowing that that's going on all the time. And now a new child's coming, and there are new building things and new plants. It'll be nice because she'll grow up in a garden setting.
We've tried to prepare Clarissa about the new baby. We've read all kinds of stories, all the little books you can get, but I still don't think she gets it, but you gotta keep on trying. But I think she's excited right now about it. It comes and goes, you know, excited and not excited and kind of jealous, sort of. You think she's ready? Think she understands, Klaus?
I think she understands that we're going to have another person in the family. You know, I give her the credit for understanding that. And she has seen Mama's tummy, and she's felt the child moving around, so she knows. I think she feels it coming. It's going to be different once she sees the child.
Maybe some jealousy, of course, and adjustments.
Sure, because Mama will no longer just be carrying the baby inside, but she's going to have to pay attention to the child, and you know, it's yet to be seen how Clarissa will react. I think she'll be fine.
Is it going to be a girl or a boy?
Nurse said a girl.
The nurse said?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Acostas are fully aware that the new child will be more than just an addition. She will change and be changed by the dynamics of the family into which she is born.
I think probably I'll be a little more active since he works quite a bit. But he said that he's going to take Clarissa, take our oldest one and try to be with her more, so I have a little less insanity.
All right, be careful, that's right. We're glad to know it's a girl. I think we have a name for the child, and that is Reyna Maria Acosta.
When we got here, it was very close. I'm surprised we got here on time.
It took longer for me to go down and complete the admission than it did for the nurses and all of us to deliver the child.
Reyna Maria Acosta, born March 18th, 9:53 in the evening.
She was 10 pounds and 1 ounce and 21 inches long.
Baby makes known her opinion of life outside the warmth of the womb as Mom recovers nearby from the stress of childbirth.
It was very quick after we got here. We were making the nurses very nervous. About a half an hour after we got here, and it was all over, thankfully.
Right now, we're glad the waiting is over. Michael was very uncomfortable for the last 2 weeks.
I'm just going to finish up my normal newborn assessment sheet that we do on all the babies.
Reyna, like all hospital-delivered babies, is checked out from top to bottom. Head and neck, respiratory, cardiac, and natural reflexes.
All her reflexes are there, and she seems to be having quiet and alert and crying states. So she seems like she's
all together, and everything was working well. So now I'm going to give her a bath.
The baby is being groomed for her first meeting with her new family.
There's a little kid. She's waking up.
Oh, you can open your eyes today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see her. Want to see? Help me to bend over. Oh, nope. She's going to get closer. Yeah, do you think she'll be a nice sister, Clarissa? What do you think? Clarissa, you're the one who wanted a little sister. What do you think? Think you're going to like having a sister? When we brought her in after we had today, when we brought her in to see the baby, Clarissa was a little, how would you say, disturbed? Not,
She wasn't going to commit herself too soon. She stood back and looked at the child, make sure she wasn't too intimidating. I mean, like she wasn't going to be upstaged right away. I think she's getting over it. It's pretty good. And Clarissa?
Baby Reyna is born into a family where she won't be the only one in need of mom's attention, a fact that can be stressful, especially when you're 3 years old.
they didn't bring you food for you. They didn't know you were going to eat with me. You want to what? Oh, baby, you're just sleepy. Your mouth hurt, too? You getting some more teeth? Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
I'll see you later. You bring Grandma.
It's all right. It's all right. Come on. Michael, we'll see you later, okay? Okay. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
Time wiggles on. Baby Reyna is now 10 days old. Even though she sleeps most of the time, when she's awake, she is alert and active. She flails her arms aimlessly, but it's these large involuntary movements that will soon bring her in contact with the world, and the world in contact with her. Change is a regular part of baby's life, and the life of those around her.
Well, Reyna's been adjusting very well. I'm nursing her, breastfeeding. What are you doing, baby? What's her room? She wakes up probably every 3.5 hours. She doesn't cry very much. Seems to like to sleep. So I guess she's, of all of us, she's probably adjusting the best.
While the little one is doing fine, Mom and Big Sister have found the experience somewhat stressful and tiring.
Clarissa's shown a little bit of distress, I guess, in the way that she might... Well, one day she told me she was sad, and I guess in that way, that was a distress. She says she likes the baby. She doesn't really know how to act, what her role is. 2 kids, one being almost 3 and one being 2 weeks old, it's hard to get very excited about much of anything. You want to be excited about having a new baby, but it's not quite, doesn't quite work that way. I try to enjoy her, but it's not quite that easy.
Reyna now actively explores the environment with her eyes. Her grasp is strong, and her large muscle movements still random. She sleeps in 4 to 5 hour intervals each night, and on and off during the day. And she's already beginning to show her unique disposition.
Because Reyna is so colicky and fretful, I have to spend more time trying to calm her. I can tell Reyna has her own personality because she's smiling more. Well, she's smiling, period. She didn't smile before. Smiling or moving and responding to me. She might repeat a noise that I make and might go back and forth like that for a little while. You like that? Just playing and stuff. You gonna go sleep? No. Yes. Yes. Is that better? Yes. Yes. Yeah, that feels good, huh? Yeah. It's been very difficult keeping up with the two children. One crying and the other one wanting to pretend like she's doing the same thing. She wants the attention I'm giving the baby, so she may try what the baby's doing, like crying or just whining, just to see if what I'll do.
Uh-oh.
What's it?
They're falling out.
I'm not quite as tired as I used to be, but I still would like to have more energy. Actually, I'd like to have more time to myself, but I don't think that is possible at all. Carlos, my husband, he helps. He's been helping out quite a bit. I often don't quite make it to the last meal in the day. I don't get to make that meal. I tend to keep up with breakfast and lunch, but by dinner time, I don't quite have dinner on the table. And if he's home, he helps me, and he'll make dinner or entertain Clarissa. At first, Clarissa was a bit unsure of herself, and was giving me a hard time. But now she's a little more relaxed with the baby. She knows she's going to get her attention eventually. Look. Look. Can you squeeze it? Will it work? Squeeze it so she hears. Here, stand there. There it is. Here, squeeze it. Silly girl. Silly girl. That's better. Okay.
Each day, baby Reyna becomes more aware of her world. Now, at 16 pounds, she's beginning to trade in some of her newborn reflexes for sustained eye contact and other skills necessary for social interaction.
It's real nice now that she's 3 months old. She interacts with you more, and she can really, she really looks at you and plays with you and tracks things and wants to interact with you and to hold and touch you and play and really relate to you. Come on. When we went to the doctor this last time, he was very positive. He said that she's kind of big, but she's not heavy for her size, for her height, or anything. He says she's healthy. Reyna has a little problem with one of her eyes. It's considered a duct problem. It's clogged a little bit, but he says that's perfectly normal, and usually it goes away by itself. And I rub it a little bit. We'll see you.
While Reyna is growing rapidly, Sister Clarissa shows struggles with independence and self-control, typical of 3-year-olds.
Well, you told me earlier you were. Mama! Doesn't matter. Go potty. Ooh.
Get away from me.
Listen. 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 Pick it up. Pick it up. It's nap time.
Clarissa does show signs of adjusting to the baby, despite occasional outbursts.
No. Now that the baby's been around for 3 months, a little more than 3 months now, Clarissa is used to the routine. She understands that I have to feed the baby quite a bit, and she likes to imitate what I do. When I give the baby a bath, she gives her baby a bath and changes her baby's diaper. When I change Reyna's smiley and happy. I mean, not just good, she's happy. I've never know a baby could really be like that. I mean, to play with them maybe, but just to, have a grin on your face and silly all the time.
In only a matter of 6 months, Reyna has doubled her birth weight. She proudly displays that she already has bottom teeth. After nearly half a year of limited body control, she now has the muscle strength and coordination to change her body position and is eager to explore her world.
She moves around a lot. If I put her on the floor, she'll be underneath the table. She doesn't officially crawl yet, but she can get anywhere she wants just by shimmying or wiggling along.
Reyna is now much better at directing her vision and in making the coordinated, large, circular movements necessary for grasping. She prefers objects that are colorful, noisy, and small enough to fit in her mouth.
Reyna does grab at things when I'm doing anything. If I'm holding her, she will be grabbing at anything I'm holding or doing. If I'm trying to cook, she'll be grabbing at whatever I'm trying to pick up, a spoon or the salt, or if I'm going to the table, she's pulling at anything, or the telephone cord. If I'm walking by the telephone cord, she has it in her hand. It's going to be terrifying when she starts moving around better, because she will have everything in her hands and her mouth.
She responds to Mother's voice, turns her head and eyes toward the sound, but may not find the source on her first attempt.
She gets up on her knees and goes, then her butt kind of flattens to the ground again, you know, but she's a wild thing. Reyna does like to look at things upside down. If you have her turned upside down, she wants to grab at things.
Reyna gleefully babbles a few simple sounds. However, language-like communication is still many months away. During play, she can anticipate what is going to happen and experiences delight when it does. Her give-and-take exchanges show Reyna has experienced a social awakening.
We take a walk?
At 9 months, Reyna is near the head of her class in size and weight. She's extremely bright, or at least her parents say so. And thanks in part to ever-increasing mobility, she eagerly explores and engages her world.
I am presently nursing the baby still this is like 9 months, and plan on doing it until she or I get fed up with it. Reyna just started solid foods approximately about 2 weeks now. She eats cooked carrots and banana spears, and that's about it.
Reyna feeds herself by performing a new skill, selecting and grasping a somewhat slippery object, and by combining it with an old skill, putting it in her mouth.
Let me see. Let me see. Boop, boop.
But now what does she get?
Let's see.
That a baby. Did you see that whole piece she put in her mouth? Huh? That's great. That a baby. You like it, huh?
Reyna has not only been developing fine motor skills for feeding herself, she's also working on the larger ones for getting around.
Reyna is a very proficient crawler at this time. Before, she would kind of drag herself, but now it's very quick. I mean, once you put her down, you turn your head, she's across the room. Reyna is more independent, especially when we put her in the walker, and she can go anywhere she wants. Some kids can't go forward when they go in a walker, but she's been able to do that since she was about 6 months, as soon as we put her in it.
Everything the baby does now, she seems to be doing it more forcefully.
Reyna requires constant supervision while in the walker as she eagerly explores her surroundings and begins to verbally communicate with others.
Rather than just crying, she's been learning to imitate her little sister and to make certain sounds.
Like, ah!
Right. She knows the ones that we make in response to her, so now she's learning to make those too.
You know, mama, 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 and, you know, sounds like that.
Now that she's making her first purposeful sounds, words to name objects are just around the corner. And at 9 months, Reyna and her mom have become more attuned to one another. As they play and interact, their special relationship grows.
Reyna wants to be with her mother more. She doesn't like to be in here alone when we are in the other room.
She does use a pacifier. She does like that.
We could call it the ubiquitous pacifier because she always has a pacifier.
No, that's not true. Not always.
Clarissa was a little different, whereas she didn't use a pacifier hardly at all.
Yeah.
She didn't like it. Reyna, she almost looks like a comic strip character, you know, like a little bowl that you tie a rope on the pacifier because she always has the ring hanging out of her mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, it's true.
well, she doesn't.
Pacifier. She loves it.
Yes, but she doesn't always have it in her mouth.
All right. Go outside. You're going to bring your dolly with you, huh, while you water the plants? Huh?
When I can't watch the baby anymore, then I tell Carlos, you know, to watch the baby. And the way he watches the baby is putting the baby in the backpack and taking her wherever he goes to do things.
I like to do gardening things, so I cruise around the yard. And it's very easy for me to carry her around. And she usually likes it. The baby has the opportunity to look at the trees, look at the sky, and she appears to like doing that.
Get your shovel. Get your shovel, Clarissa.
Probably the thing I enjoy the most about little Reyna is just the fact that she is a baby, something that you only see for a little while. And maybe I can see why people want to keep having children, because they always have something very innocent to look at. And it takes your mind off the adult problems that you have.
Kids and I set up a lot of Christmas stuff today. We set up the train, and we played with it, and we put the ornaments up, and Clarissa really likes the garlands and playing with that, and it's real sparkly, and she likes those things.
She really likes her little sister, and she likes to help take care of her. The most pleasure I get out of the kid is just knowing that she could care less what's going on out there outside of her home. The unemployment rate doesn't matter to her. She could care less. That's the beauty of it. She's just a little child, just a little human being. She has a beautiful home and a beautiful mother who takes very good care of her. And she's just a kid.
Reyna Maria Acosta, like most one-year-olds, is growing ever more active in her own development. Her parents cherish her happy, playful personality. And even though she's still searching for her first words, she now communicates her feelings more clearly, showing moods and an ever-widening range of emotion.
We have seen such dramatic changes that it's hard to think of it even as 1 year. It just seems like a longer time.
Every day just seems, you know, you're from yesterday. What was she doing yesterday from today?
She has become a walker. Even a month ago, she really took her first steps. But now in the last week, she has definitely become a walker, and she really enjoys it.
Because of her walking, she is a little difficult at this age because you have to watch her when she's walking around. You don't get to do a lot of other things. You have to constantly be right next to her. That does tend to be the difficult time at this age.
Since Reyna has began walking more and more, she has more access to more parts of the house. And she's beginning to open the drawers in the cabinets more. She already knows what's in the drawer, and she appears to know already what she wants out of it. We recycle our glass and our cans, and we have a bin that stacks up and holds those things. She likes to go over there and pick out the empty baby food jars, I think is her favorite one.
She really likes this.
She pulls those out and she plays with those. She appears to be a little creative in her playtime, plays with toys, and it sounds like she's talking because she's getting into making her own little sounds.
There have been other changes as well. The bonds of sisterly love have begun to form, and every day Clarissa becomes more secure in her role as big sister.
I've really been surprised and pleased that she's been a very good big sister. Clarissa is growing and changing so much herself. She really doesn't have time to worry about the baby taking away anything she has.
It's just fun being with her, and I love just holding on to her and squeezing her, just being with her at this age. You kind of don't want it to go any further. She doesn't have to talk.
Michael wants to freeze time now. It's like my mother used to tell us as we were children, you know, don't grow up, you know, stay a child.
Happy birthday to you.
So quickly, a first year has come and gone. In this time, we've seen an infant and her family grow and change in the wondrous process of a child's development.
Happy birthday to you.